Hey everybody, this is going to be a special video. As some of you may know, when you look at my videos, I promote articles that I write and I put them in my descriptions, and it has a lot of my takes and stuff. I'm currently a freelance writer for brobabble.com, where I cover sports betting and fantasy football. And also, I'm a baseball news and analysis writer for thescorecrow.com. And one thing I get asked a lot is whether it be on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, I get DM'd a lot. And I also get asked in my personal life, in my regular life, how did you get into freelance writing? And one thing, are you getting paid to do this? I do. I get paid to do freelance writing. That's one of the big reasons why I do it. But also, I love writing. It's something that, especially in this career in media, that you need to know how to do. It's a very important skill to have. You can't just, I know for some people, can't just come on video and just do videos. A lot of journalists and people in media write too. So in this video, I kind of wanted to show how personally I got into freelance writing and how I've built a career in freelance writing and how you guys can start your own career in freelance writing. It's a tough process. It really is. I grinded for a long time on my own, writing on my own, doing my own thing, promoting my own stuff. I started my own blog years ago before I ever even got a paid freelance writing gig. So it doesn't come easy. So I kind of want to give you guys some of the tools that I use, that I learned myself or learned from other people, on how to build a career in freelance writing and how you can start to get paid to freelance write. I think one of the most important things you need to know is, what do you want to write about? What are you passionate about? What's your niche? Especially if you want to start pitching to other websites and start putting your own material out there, you kind of have to have your certain niche and what you're best at. For me, it's been sports. I write sports, and that's what I've been doing in my freelance writing career. I've dabbled in other things, but for the most part, I cover sports. So you need to find your niche. What are you best at? And it could be anything: politics, entertainment, music, fashion. Whatever you're good at, you should write in on that, hone that skill, uh, and learn best, and to put your stuff out there. It's really not good to be known as the master of none, because when you're writing everywhere and writing all over the place, it's kind of tough for a person that may be into a certain subject, whether it be, again, entertainment or news, to want to follow you, because they're looking for one specific thing. And they don't want to see you maybe do, again, if you're into politics, they don't want to see you do two or three political articles. And then, oh, well, I'm also into, pop music. And so I'm going to write a couple articles on pop music. And people are just kind of like, well, that's not why I come to you. I don't really want to, I'm not into pop music. So I don't know if I necessarily want to follow you to see your pop music stuff. I kind of just want to look at your political articles. So I think it's very important to build a niche in this industry. I think another thing you need to do is you need to start your own blog. You're not gonna come out of the gate and begin writing and all of a sudden you're gonna get a paid gig. It's very tough to do that straight off the bat. A lot of websites that are looking for writers want established writers, want people that have been previously published, and want to see sample articles. So it's really tough to just right out the gate get a paid freelance writing gig. So you need to start your own blog. I think that's the most important thing. WordPress is something that I did a few years ago when I wanted to get my writing out and get all my material out. So get a WordPress account. It's free, and you can start putting your own articles on it and kind of just honing in the skill of learning to write. And one thing, it's very important too, if you want to build a portfolio of your articles, make sure you proofread everything. Make sure grammar wise it's perfect, because they'll look at it and go, well, I don't want a person who doesn't know how to type correctly on my website where I have, thousands or even millions of people looking at my stuff. It ruins my credibility. So I don't want that person there. So make sure that when you're starting a blog, grammar is perfect. And also make sure that your cover images are right. Make sure everything looks good. Make it look as pristine as possible and most professional as possible. Because then when you bring this to other websites and you bring your articles to editors of other websites, they'll look at it and they'll say, well, okay, I think they know what they're doing. This has a professional look. I could bring this person in and not really have to teach them the ropes. They could come in and start writing right away. So try to do that. Make it look as professional as possible. One thing you got to do is, if you start your blog and you start writing all your articles, putting your articles in, how are you going to get people to look at it? And the most important thing is you need to network. You need to reach out. And the best thing about being in this day and age, in the digital age, is that your networking skills are right on your phone. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, everything is there. You need to, if you don't have these social media apps, I wouldn't assume you wouldn't, because again, if your social media is having looking at these videos, you should already have these apps. But if you don't, create your accounts. Start following people that are in your niche. Again, if you do fashion, follow fashion bloggers, follow fashion designers, follow people in that niche. Same thing with entertainment. Follow entertainment blogs, entertainment networks, entertainment writers. And what you need to do is, as you look at that news feed, you comment, you like, and you connect with other people that are in your niche. So, and if they will follow you back. And so when you post your other articles and your material, you'll get the attention of people that are interested in that type of subject. And they'll follow it, they'll pay attention, they'll interact with you, and you can meet connections. You can get followers of your own, and you guys can collaborate. And possibly they'll retweet you, or they'll like and post your article and say, hey, I've been following this person on social media. I like what they're doing in this industry. You should check them out. And that helps you build your credibility. And that'll help you gain more followers and gain an audience. And at that point, big major blogs and websites and other news outlets might reach out to you and want to offer you positions in their organization. Another thing you may need to do, this is something a little later on, again, as you start writing, build a portfolio of writing samples. At least 3 writing samples, I would say, should be in your portfolio. That's what a lot of websites will ask you. Contact blogs. Go to the website. There's usually a contact list. And it may be the email of the editor. It may be just the general email of the website, but contact them. Send them an email. Say, hey, my name is so-and-so. I have been writing about your, something that relates to your website. Here are the links to 3 of my writing samples. I would love to get back to you and maybe we could discuss something. Do that. Even, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it, do it. Contact everybody. That's what I did. I don't know how many sports websites I personally contacted and said, hey, I'm a sports writer. I do this, I do that. I write about sports. Here are some of my sample articles. And do you know how many times I had not heard anything back? More times than you can imagine. It'll happen, and it's going to happen to you. But don't be defeated. Keep going, keep writing. And again, this is the method that I use. And this is the method that has got me a lot of my freelance writing opportunities. You just have to be persistent, and you have to show that this is what you want to do and that you're serious about this. I would say if websites don't contact you within the first few weeks, write back to them. You know, these people get thousands of emails every day of just general emails, things like that. And a lot of them do get asked, hey, can I write for your website? And they ignore a lot of them, but just keep going. And, the person who checks out these emails might look, oh, well, this person has contacted me a few times. Let me see what they're about. And maybe they'll look at your article and they'll go, you know what? I'm kind of interested in this person. Let me get in contact with them. And that's how I've gotten some of my freelance writing opportunities. I've hit up some certain websites multiple times, and I don't know what happened. I don't know how they did it, but I've gotten contact for it. So be persistent. As I previously mentioned, it's important to network and talk to other people like you on social media. I think another thing is important is to be active on social media. Don't ever go dormant. Try to post something at least once a day, whether it's your own material or commenting on other people's material or retweeting or liking or sharing other people's material. I think it's very important to kind of stay active on social media, keep people's eyes on your account. And again, it just shows that you're an active person on social media. And it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you guys look on my Instagram, I'm posting stuff that I'm doing, but I'm also posting silly memes, just things that I like. But it's not just because, I don't relate to them. I love a lot of the stuff that I post, but it's just kind of shows that I am active on social media. And that's what a lot of websites look at. This is the age where you are your own publicist. And I think that if you look on my Twitter, on my Instagram, I promote myself all the time. The websites and the other people that I do work for promote my stuff in their own right. But I promote my own stuff just as much and even harder because, this is your pride and joy. These are your babies. These articles are a reflection of you. And why not be proud of that? Why not show it off? I'm constantly tweeting my videos. I'm constantly tweeting my articles and posting them on my Instagram stories and posting them on my Instagram account and my Twitter and my Facebook and everything because I'm proud of what I do. And I think if these blogs and these other websites see that you're proud of your own material because you constantly promote it, that's confidence that they have in you that this person believes in themselves. I think I should believe in them. So I'm going to take a chance on them. And I think the most important thing is be willing to learn. I've been doing this now for a very, very, very long time. I've written for tons of websites. I'm writing for websites right now. I work for sports organizations. I work for radio stations. I work for media companies. But I'm always willing to learn. There's still somebody that knows things that I don't know. And there's still people that can teach me things that I haven't learned yet. And I'm always having an open mind because I want to get better at what I do. And I know there's people that are better than me at what they do and what we do together. So always have an open mind and take criticism. I think that's a problem that a lot of us have today is we don't take criticism anymore. And it's not to bash you. It's not to bring you down. It's to encourage you. It's actually to bring you up, to lift you up and say, you know what? I think you're good, but there's some things that you need to work on. And I think with me especially, I teach a lot of younger people and people that are new in this industry. I try to teach all the time. And it's not because I don't think that they're not good at what they do. I actually think they have potential to be good at what they do. And what I want to do is I want to help them be better. And if I see something in them, I go, I think you have great potential, but let me show you this to get even better at what you do. So always be willing to learn. Read blogs, read websites on tips to do anything, not even just freelance writing, just anything in general. Always be open to learn all new skills, and that'll just help you grow every single day. And those are just some of the tips that you need to help you build a freelance writing career. Um, Obviously, follow me on all my social media: Instagram, Twitter. Twitter is I'm that soupy, SUPI 85. Instagram is just I'm that soupy. Follow me, hit me up, DM me. I'm always open to answering questions for people. I do it all the time. People, again, personally message me all the time with with asking for advice and wanting to learn things about this industry. And that's the one thing I always love doing is I love teaching people. So be free to hit me up and ask me any questions you have about learning how to freelance write or just do anything in media in general. So make sure to, again, follow me. And if you got any questions, I'm always open.